Thank you for watching and listening. I want to share about something very traumatic. I have I get I panic when I get migraines, and that's because of the incident when I was the year that I was supposed to turn 18, second year in polytechnic. I found out within the past few years, pretty recent, I guess, that it was because the Chinese Indonesian classmate was doing a ritual the whole time from that age for that long, and he did it on three other family members as well. So I was the first to be attacked. So I went to sleep like normal. So the time when I was woken up, but I could not move. You feel this overwhelming energy on you, and my eyes were wide open, but I could not blink. I could not move a single finger, could not move, could not even call for help. And the whole time, I felt the stabbing and slicing, violent stabbing with so much aggressiveness on my left arm, specifically only on my left arm. And I tried to say prayers, I tried to fight it off. It took a long time. I managed to drag myself to the living room and collapse at the sofa there. And I tried to ask my brother for help because he was the only one available there. And words kept slurring out. I couldn't feel my tongue, I couldn't feel my face. And prior to that, I was diagnosed with migraine. And my brother took money from my wallet, and he went to the clinic that that diagnosed me with migraine to get the medication. So even I took the medication, he came back, I took the medication, it didn't stop. So we went for 8 hours, more than that. And from that day onwards, I get very fearful when I get headaches because you're so traumatized from that. Only to find out after almost 2 decades. Is it 2 decades? Yeah, almost 16, 17 years, that it was because that guy paid for a ritual and he himself was doing a ritual back in Indonesia. And I kept asking the medium, how is it possible that he did all that? Apparently he had my picture, and he was working together with my stepmother, so she provided things, so they were helping one another out. He was doing a destiny swap at the same time, as well as the dominant spell, so that we obey. We won't, and our throat chakras were all blocked, so we don't speak up, we cannot fight back. When people tell you to do things, we just follow. The things people are willing to do. And I was told by the medium that his family have been doing all these rituals. They've been sacrificing people, innocent people, tearing apart families, because that's how they earn their wealth. They earn their wealth through other people's energy. So he did. In Indonesia, they call it Santet. I just learned of that word a couple of years, maybe a year or two back. And I watched my father go down to get confused, a lot more fighting. My brother changed, my sister changed, everybody, not everybody, the three other family members. And I was told it was because of that classmate, this Chinese Indonesian classmate at Nanyang Polytechnic. His name rhymes with psycho. His name really rhymes with psycho. And then those who are in the same class, I mean, you can figure out who it was, who it is. It makes sense now because I kept thinking to myself, everything went down the drain after that day. Something must have happened. Something must have happened. But along the day, along the years, because I think it's a luck thing. The healers couldn't tell, or some of the healers refused to tell, until I met the medium that's willing to tell the truth, or is able to tell the truth. So it all makes sense because the whole time when I felt the stabbing and slicing on my left arm, it was very, very painful. It's as though something sharp pierced through your flesh right down to your bone. That was how bad it was. during the 8 hours long, whatever, at some point, I kept having this thought, call psycho, call psycho. Basically, I'm supposed to call this guy. So he did all the rituals he did. It's in a combination for me to go crazy for him, to look for him, to chase after him. It's like an ego thing. So it's a combination of destiny swap, obedience spell, love spell, but it didn't work. It didn't work in a sense that I did not chase him, I did not look for him, I did not yearn for him because I never liked him. I just could not care about this guy. As a matter of fact, I disliked him. I didn't like him at all. I hated the fact that I had to be in the same class as him. I tolerated. In hindsight, now I know why I didn't like this guy. Because your intuition and body is warning you that he's a bad person. Anyway, regrets, would have, could have, should have. We just never know. So these people, they come from generations of doing all this kind of stuff. So they teach their children from a toddler age. Okay, they initiate the children from a young age on how to do the ritual and whom to target. And it's like a MLM thing, like those insurance agents, right? How annoying they try befriending people, looking for people, things like that. This is what they do. So don't only think that this is the older people or uneducated people who do this kind of stuff. It can be anyone. You just don't know what your friends are practicing behind closed doors. If you don't know what their parents are doing, practicing behind closed doors. They themselves don't know what each other is doing. Even within your own household, with their secrets, people can do things in the bedroom without them knowing. People lead double lives. People present to you as something else. And another thing I want to point out, do not be fooled by years. Okay, so what if you know somebody for 10 years? So what if you know somebody for 20 years? A person you know for a week can be more genuine than a person you know for your entire life. Because when people are low vibrational or jealous or have ill intention, they are willing to act. Years means nothing. They can play the game until they get the money. They can play the game until they marry your family for wealth. They can play the game until they get pregnant in order to trap you in the marriage. They can play the long game until they get the citizenship. Okay, and it's both genders. Another thing I want to add, gold diggers are not only females, males are gold diggers as well. Users will find people to use, taker will find people who they can take from. So that's why cleanse your energy, call back your energy, protect your energy, cut any energetic cord that doesn't work for you. Pray every day. uh Salt bath, flower bath, whatever it is that is high vibrational, that assists you, that's aligned with your belief system, your religious belief system. And be generous with your prayers. Pray for other people, not pray for them to win lottery, not praying for them to be successful. Just pray to release all negative energies. And if you don't know, you can just sit down and just say, thank you for releasing all negative energy in and around me, and the person name so and whatnot. Because it's all negative energy. At the end of the day, this negative energy just latch on to somebody who's low vibrational, and the person will behave, will act out all these negative things. Because these low vibrational entities, they don't have a physical body, they don't have a vessel. So that's the reason why they attach, they latch on, they find the loophole, they find the weakest link and latch on to that. And then that person will in turn will harass you, will do all kinds of things to lower your vibrations. Be very protective of your own energy, and also be generous when you pray. Pray to cleanse energy from your own, not only your home, your neighbors, your neighborhood, whatever it is. Because in a way, you protect yourself and your family by protecting your neighborhood, right? And yeah, in a way, to prevent any negative things to happen, you release all these negative energies. And you know who you are. Is the fact that he actually moved on in his life and he got married, and his wife joined in with the ritual as well. Because there was one time, sometime in my early 30s, I saw an Asian woman in my house, because the stepmother was practicing. She had open portals, she had talisman that opens all the portals. That's the reason why the cult members can basically astro project. And then one day I found a mutual classmate and asked for, do you know what is this guy's Instagram or Facebook, right? So he gave me, he wasn't too sure, but he gave me something similar. I managed to find, and the person I saw on the display page was the same person I saw in my house. And I had to consult the medium, and the medium confirmed that he roped in his wife to do destiny swap on myself and my family. So they are procuring wealth and success through my energy. There's a reason why I got so drained. Sometimes we just stare at the same thing because too exhausted out of the blue. Because they're draining you of your energy. So remember this: if you feel exhausted and drained out of sudden out of the blue, unmotivated, that's a sign an energy vampire has managed to leech and steal energy from you. And it's real, it's not mumbo jumbo, it's practiced by people from all walks of life, educated people, scientists, doctors, anyone, as long as they're low vibrational. Okay? Call back your energy, cleanse your energy, protect your energy, do the same thing for your family members or people you care for. Discern and set boundaries. Thank you for watching and listening.